Okay, good morning everybody, and welcome to a new webinar. Today we have a new webinar and a new speaker. It's another webinar from the series of webinars we are organizing with ServiceNow, and today is about HR Service Delivery, and it will be presented by Mr. Helai Makombo from ServiceNow. He will introduce himself and give you a presentation about the HR Service Delivery using ServiceNow system. So, Helai, please start.
Thank you, Rania. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining this webinar. My name is Saim Kombo. I'm a solution consulting manager at Quintica Group. I'm based in Dubai. I've joined and moved to Dubai since 2012. I am proudly South African, almost 2 decades of providing end-to-end service management solutions to organizations of different sectors across the Middle East and Africa regions. I have worked in oil and gas, aviation, telecom, government, financial institutions, you name it. And I've enabled organizations to automate their business processes, and as a result, they've been able to deliver next generation employee experiences and unlock productivity across the enterprise, as well as gain operational efficiency. As you can see, our theme for today, as Rania mentioned, is all about creating connected and engaging experiences for your employees. And our key focus is on ServiceNow HR Service Delivery application. For our topic, we are going to cover the following topics: how the new normal looks like for the employees as well as the workplace services. What are the challenges that is affecting this? How can we solve this problem? As well as, if time allows, we will go into doing a quick demo of the solution. And I will like you to put your questions as I move along on the chat, and we'll leave some time before the end of the session to cover some of those questions. I'm so excited, so let's begin. So, I mean, in 2020 has disrupted and has been the most challenging year for nearly every organization, and for all of us. Some of people lost their loved ones and so forth. And the way we work has actually fundamentally changed. And so has been the experiences that matter the most for the employees. This have all of changed, has all changed. There's been a study or a survey that has been conducted by ServiceNow recently, which showed that 92% of C-suite executives believe that COVID-19 has forced their companies to rethink how work gets done going forward. And now we see that organizations are looking at ways to accelerate business transformation so they can deliver great employee and agent experiences from anywhere, reinventing new ways to work across the enterprise, connecting departments and systems like never before, improving employee productivity to support how and where employees want to work, as well as being able to manage a safe and efficient workplace so the workforce can return back to work when they are ready to do so. And I mean, today, if you look at employee experience, again, it's continuously evolving, and organizations need to be able to adapt quickly in order to stay resilient. But if you look at what experience mattered the most for employees a year ago versus now, things have changed. I mean, pre-pandemic, we used to work at the office. We had beautiful campuses, on-site gyms, work-life balance, great cafeterias. And then came the pandemic, where we started working from home. The well-being has become of importance, Zoom fatigue, MS Teams, you name it. Strong leadership, obviously, as we've seen some strong leaders taking up the stand to support the employees as they work from home, as they adjust to the new normal, which some people call the new abnormal. And we are now in the working from anywhere environment where, you know, it's in a hybrid, and obviously we need better productivity tools so that whether I'm at home, whether I'm in office, I'm still able to do my work. The workspace are changing. I might need access to protective equipment. And also, if I need to go to office, I need to make sure that it is clear, safe to return to the workplace. And obviously this has forced the IT leaders, the HR leaders, the business leaders, business owners, and company owners alike to rethink how all of this can be done. And the imperative for 2021 has all been about reinventing the employee experience so that it can support this new flexible ways of working, which in my point of view, it's actually here to stay. So my question to you is, how are you planning to keep your workforce engaged while they work? And how will you keep them productive no matter where they choose to work, as well as how are you going to ensure that they have a safe workplace for when they need to come into the office to work? And these are some of the things that I will be covering. And hence you can see here that employee experience definitely is at the heart of what we are doing, ensuring that our organization is actually connected now more than ever before. And hence we need to provide great employee experiences. So if I take a little bit of a step back and look at some of the challenges that is affecting this employee experiences, that in the 16 years of my career, I've learned that a lot of organizations are actually battling from, a lot of things. It could be silos, complexities, disparate systems, legacy tools, and where employees don't know where to go to request for service. Because as an employee, I might want to do something, I might want to request for something, and I might have my laptop which has an issue. I might need to book a conference room. I might need to also request for a new desk, and which is probably a facilities issue. I might want to raise a payroll issue. And similarly, maybe I can't connect to the Wi-Fi, which is an IT issue. And similarly, parental leave of access and other medical benefits, etc. What I've seen over the years is that a lot of organizations are using different systems for this, which obviously is creating the silos and the complexities, and it makes it difficult for employees to get the services which they need. Sometimes you raise a payroll issue on HR only to be told that, oh no, this is actually a finance issue. So it becomes very difficult for you to know where to go to find the service you need. And this ends up creating poor employee experiences. It ends up resulting in high cost of services, because if you can imagine managing all these different services, these different systems, different teams who are supporting them, different license and maintenance cost on all of this. And obviously this creates a lot of friction as well, and it can be very frustrating to the employees, which obviously if it's affecting the employees, they are not able to better serve your customers. And if they're not able to serve the customers, obviously this has an impact on the bottom line. So hence we need to make sure that we address this problem as fast as possible. And hence today, though I've mentioned a couple of areas, our key focus will be mainly on HR, and I'll show you that in a moment as we move along. The good news to this is the fact that there is a solution to this problem, and this is where ServiceNow comes in, with a promise to make work life as great as real life, where they are promising an intuitive mobile-first technology that will transform our real life and our work life as well. And I can give you a very simple example. What this means basically is, throughout this pandemic, I've had I should say the pleasure of working from home. And throughout working from home, I do everything through my mobile phone, from buying groceries, from it being tomatoes, it being milk, bread, you name it. I do it through my mobile phone. And similarly, if maybe, and I'm sure most of us on the call who has joined have used Uber. We use Uber to request for transport. If we want to go to the airport, we have this Uber experience. So similarly, this is the great life that we want to transform. But when you get to the office, you realize that you are stuck in this legacy tools, you are jumping from one system to another, and so forth and so forth. And this is becomes of a problem. ServiceNow obviously is hosted on the cloud, which means the The services will be available 24/7 from any device, from anywhere, at any time. And this is what I will also show you a quick demo of how this works within the solution. And the beauty about ServiceNow, or the key differentiator within ServiceNow, is the fact that it has powerful workflows, and it is not only a tool, it's actually a tool for the entire enterprise, whether IT, whether HR, whether security, whether facilities, or whether procurement, customer service, and any other departments. And the way ServiceNow solves this problem is they do this all in a single platform, single architecture, and single data model. And what this means is that for the employees, it's good news, because instead of them having to go through different systems, they can now be able to do everything within the single platform. ServiceNow offers 3 core workflows, or 3 conversations where we talk about IT workflows, employee workflows, as well as customer workflows. And as I've mentioned, our key topic for today is on HRSD, which stands for HR Service Delivery. Basically, what HRSD is, we use this in the HR world to build and deliver great experiences. And in fact, if I just go one step back on this slide, this is our before slide. I want you to take a picture of this slide, and I'll show you the after slide after we put together HRSD. So as you can see, this is the after slide of how HRSD make it easy for employees to get the services they need when they need it. And as you can see now, as an employee, I might have any issue, and I will be able to go to a single place and be able to, through the powerful workflows which ServiceNow provide, the system will route that particular ticket or that particular request or inquiry which you have, and it will route it to the relevant department. And if I'm to take a step back, is as I've mentioned, it's the challenge is about when you have an issue with the HR, or you don't know who to call, you don't know who to phone, you don't know who to contact, you don't know which floor will address your issue, or whatever the case may be. And this solutions that we provides you with that single gateway, that single doorway where you'll get all the services that you need. So this will help, the HRSD solution will help you to replace the manual and siloed processes with this cross-functional digital workflows, which will increase the efficiency and the productivity of your organization. And it will also give the employees anytime, anywhere access to HR services, which will then increase their satisfaction. We also have provided an omnichannel engagement through which helps to serve the employees. The omnichannel could be a portal where they can go to the portal, they can open it, it's available at any time, they can then request for any service that they have. And similarly, they can request for services through their mobile phone, which I'll show you again on the quick demo. And this obviously it empowers the employees to find the answers and make requests and get the help that they need when they need it. So how do we do it with the HR service delivery? It's got different packages, consists of different packages. And the different packages are HR standard, HRSD standard package, which comes with the case management, knowledge management, which is this. Basically what this will do is, now instead of you having to not know where to go, when you go to the portal, you will now be able, the case management will help you to stop relying on the inefficient processes and tools like emails and spreadsheets where people are sending emails which you are not able to track, or where they are walking in to ask for service. And it will provide the service to the employees and ensure that, obviously allows you to standardize and document the fulfillment of the employee inquiries as well as the requests. And this obviously will improve your organizational efficiency as well as enable your organization to deliver a better service experience to your employees. And I will kind of give you a snapshot of how that will work out. Then we also have the professional service, which gives you this additional capabilities. It has the virtual agent chatbot, which will enhance the employee experience by addressing the queries immediately. It also has predictive intelligence, which helps you, again, to categorize general inquiries automatically by combining machine learning as well as your historic data. So this, again, instead of your call center agent or your HR desk having to manually do everything, the machine learning and all of this will automate and help the issues to be categorized in order to be resolved much faster. And similarly, we have the enterprise edition or version of the HRSD package, which consists of enterprise onboarding and transitions, as well as mobile onboarding and performance analytics, which is basically for you to be able to do your reporting, to be able to see trends, to be able to see what is the system saying based on the history, and how does the future looks like based on the data that is available on the system. The enterprise onboarding is a very also neat application, which basically helps the onboarding. You can imagine onboarding has been seen as a major challenge as well on a lot of organizations. You can imagine if you have to onboard a new employee. I mean, during this COVID times, there's been some layoffs, there's been some people coming on board as well, and so forth and so forth. So making sure that that process is streamlined, and making sure, because when you onboard a person, you might need HR to sort out the contract, the NDAs for the person to sign. The next thing, you might need IT for them to set up a laptop, a computer, create an email account for the person. Similarly, you might need facilities to organize an office for that person, if that person will be based on site or in the office, or even if they are working from home, you might still need probably to arrange a laptop which will be delivered to their home. Similarly, you've got other departments as well that are involved in this process. So you've got cross-departmental services that needs to be streamlined, and make sure that you are providing a seamless experience for the people that are coming on board. So this application will help you in that. And again, I'll show you a quick demo of this as we move along, of how easily it is and how we make this very seamless to onboard new joiners. And how does the HRSD solution work? Basically, what it does is it does not replace your current HR system. You might ask a question to say, I've got ERP solution today, I've got an HRMS solution today. How will this solution help me? And the answer here is actually very simple, because you might find, as you can see here, you might be using all these other tools within your organization to date, for talent management, for payroll, your core HR system. You have different collaboration tools, it being Teams, Slack, or whichever ones that you may be using. And also you might be using some additional tools as well for e-signatures, DocuSign, for signing NDAs and so forth. So how the ServiceNow solution, and as I've mentioned, you find that employees will go to an IT for IT requests, they will go to HR for this problem, they will go to another tool for that other problem. So what we do is in ServiceNow is we become the platform of platforms, and what we also call the managers of managers. And what we do, in fact, we complement your current HR technology investment which you have today, and take away that complexity, and we become the single doorway for you to raise any issues that you might have. And by that, what we do is, by becoming the single doorway in the background with our powerful workflows, we are able to integrate to your ERP system, for example, to get that core data which is sitting in your HR system. And the way it works is, in fact, we become the system of action or the system of engagement, while your core HR system becomes the system of record, where you store all your core HR information. So we don't replace that, we just complement it and break down all these departmental silos, and make it easy for our employees to find the service which they are looking for on a single place, rather than going to different systems. And pretty much that's pretty much how we would deliver a unified employee experience. This screen, this slide is basically just showcasing a portal. As I've mentioned, that we have an omni-channel engagement where people can raise their issues through the portal. They can raise their issues through mobile. They can raise issues through email. The beauty about the email now is because when there is an issue through email, it will automatically create a case on our system, and we will now be able to track it and be able to measure it and ensure that it's assigned to the relevant person for that person to take action. So that's the beauty about the doing it on the email. Also, we have chatbots, which I've kind of touched on the products and features. We also have people can still walk into the desk if they are working from home, if they have an issue. So this is the omni-channel that we provide. So one of them is the portal, which you are looking at, and I'll show you in the demo, as well as the mobile, which you are looking at as well. I will show you this on the demo. So this, as people are working from home or they are in office, having this omni-channel support will obviously support this hybrid way of working, and it will break down the different silos for the different applications, because all you do is you come to this portal and then you choose the service that you are looking for, and in the background it will go ahead and be raised and assigned to the team. It will go for approval automatically, and so forth and so forth. So obviously this, a lot of our customers, we've implemented these solutions to some of our customers, and they have seen a 90% of employee requests which have been deflected by using some of this omni-channel engagement. They've been able to support their hybrid workforce, and whether they're at home or they're at work or they're on the road, anywhere, and as well as improve productivity with the intelligent workflows, as well as meeting employees where they are, through any channel of their choice. So at this point in time, I will switch to the demo. Rania, I don't know at this point in time if there are any questions before I actually jump into the demo. On the chat, if there are any questions so far.
Just a second, please. We have a question from Hanyani. Employee experience has been neglected by most organizations for quite a while. It is impressive that you have such a complex tool that eliminates the silos in most organizations. So he admires the tool. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Anyani, for that, and thank you, Rania. Thank you for that. Indeed, you are spot on. I mean, employee experience is actually, as I said when I started the presentation, it's at the heart of ensuring that we are supporting our employees, whether they are at home or whether they are in office or anywhere they are at. So, anyways, let me switch straight to the demo. And just to maybe set the scene before I jump into the demo, what I will showcase today in the demo is it will be a quick glimpse, because obviously the tool can do so much, and we can only cover just a little bit. So I'll just give you a quick glimpse. So I'll cover 4 personas. The first one, I'll show you the mobile experience in the first persona. And then I will go into the portal. I'll showcase the portal. And then I will then move into showcasing the agent workspace, how that looks like. So this will be for the employees who are requesting for service. And this will be the HR agent who is fulfilling the service for you to get a glimpse of what they see. And similarly, on the 4th persona, I'll show you some of the reports and dashboards of how the solution it looks like, what type of reports it gives you, and so forth. And what I'm going to do, in fact, is in my demo, I am going to show you the onboarding experience to say that how can we make onboarding to be very simple and seamless to the new joiners, because as you can imagine, starting a new job can be a bit scary at times, You are asking yourself whether you've selected the right job, whether you'll fit in the new job, you'll be able to carry out the task. So it's important that we give our new joiners a great experience so that we give them peace of mind that they've joined the right company. So what I'll do is, as I said, I'll show you the mobile experience. So I'm going to assume that Nick Newman is our new joiner. Nick Newman is our new joiner who's joining a new company. And Nick has received an email that tells him that he has been accepted. This is his joining date, and he must click on the link to download the ServiceNow onboarding app. So what you are seeing on the screen right now is I am doing a screen mirror of my mobile phone, and I've got three mobile agents. The one for onboarding is this one, which I'm opening. I can see that there's some notifications, which means that there's some action that I need to perform as a new joiner. So I open this from my mobile app, and I will obviously get the login credentials from my welcome email. So here's Nick Newman. He has now opened his mobile app. And here you can see that there's a couple of things which he can do straight from his mobile app before he actually joins the new company. And this could be pre-boarding step, pre-hire step, and you might find that there's a 30 days lead time prior to him joining the company. So, but he has to complete some of the activities prior to him joining. So as you can see here, he can see that, oh, there's a video that he can watch that will tell him a little bit about the company he's joining. You can see that, oh, there's the video that tells him a little bit about the company, but I'll stop that due to time. You can see that, oh, okay, there's other things he can do, get connected. He clicks on this on his mobile phone, and it pretty much tells him a little bit about the company he's joining, who will be his manager, who will be his colleagues, and some of the things which he can do through his mobile app. So as you can see here, he is able to see that, oh, okay, this is the team that he will be joining. Maria will be his manager. His co-workers will be Craig, Eliana, Emily, and he can connect with them. He can call them directly from the app. He can message them, send them an email, connect with them on LinkedIn. Prior to him joining, he can join some of the support groups which are provided within the company that is joining. He can see that, oh, if he's an intern, there's other interns who are also part of the organization. So this, again, gives him peace of mind that, yes, he has chosen a right company. There's also where he can get informed, where he can get critical information about his day one of joining. So if he clicks on this, he is able to see, he is able to get informed, like get critical information about his first day, to say what to expect on my day one, the orientation that is about to attend, the location of the office if he's based on site. So if he goes on the view guide, on the first day guide, and if you can imagine, I can ask you now, how was your onboarding of the company that you are currently working on? You will tell me how that was. So anyways, I get to see my new hire orientation, where and when, the time, date and time, what I need to do to get ready for day one, where do I need to park, what's the dress code, what are the things that I need to bring, any security issues that I need to be concerned about, how do I travel if maybe I don't have a car or whatever the case may be, meal options, is there an on-site cafeteria, do I need to, bring a lunchbox, or how does it work? And again, this, in fact, you can then go ahead and say, this was very helpful. You can go ahead and rate this article as well, or put a comment. The beauty about this is leveraging what we call the knowledge base, the powerful knowledge base, which the tool has, because this now HR can then get this feedback and be able to know whether the information they've published to the organization, whether it's helpful, whether it's not helpful, whether it's still up to date, what do they need to keep it up to date, and so forth, and ensure that it's helping the organization. And again, the beauty about this is, instead of the new joiner asking all these questions, sending an email to the hiring manager or whatever the case may be, they are able to get this information upfront. So similarly, at the same time as a new joiner, I'm able to see that, oh, there's some tasks which I need to do. I need to upload my profile photo, which obviously this can be used for maybe creating my account, my access card. I can go ahead and attach my profile. I can also maybe attach it, or I can take a picture of my profile. So let me just take a picture of that. And I attach it. I go and say use. And as simple as that, it has been attached. And obviously this task will inform HR in the back end to say, oh, now Nick has submitted this profile picture. We can go ahead and issue the access card. So these are some of the things which you can do. I can go ahead and mark it as complete. As simple as that, I've done the very first task. Oh, the next task I can see that, oh, this organization is actually good. They actually give me a choice to choose what type of equipment I want to use. And very importantly, you'll see that there's a due in 5 days here. So what that means is that this to-do list for the employees or for the new joiners, we can actually sequence them or task them, make them run in parallel or whatever the case may be. And we can attach what we call SLA, service level agreement, which makes sure that it is done within the time that it's required to be done. So in this case, I go ahead and open it and I click on the link for me to be able to choose the equipment that I want to use. And all of this that you are seeing is purely configurable. It can be configured, it can be customized to your organization as per your needs to say, what are the pre-tasks, pre-hire tasks, what are the things you need to capture from the new joiner, and so forth and so forth. So you can do all of that. So here I can see that, oh, okay, as a new joiner, I can choose the type of laptop that I want to use. And if I check the options, I see, oh, they've got a Mac. I'll go for a Mac, and I can go and say, okay, I can also say to support my work, I need Adobe and other softwares to be installed. And as simple as that, I go ahead and select this. And I can also select that, okay, I want a monitor to be, for me to be able to do external presentations. So if I go ahead and click next, this gives me a summary of everything that I've requested for. And I go ahead and say next. And very importantly, within HR, you might find that you are doing some chargebacks as you onboard the employees to different departments, depending on cost centers, departments, or whatever the case may be. The system has got a built-in functionality where you can do this. And as you can see, or also the questions could be, how much does it cost us to onboard an employee? And this screen is kind of answering some of those questions. As you can see, for this new joiner, we'll provision a MacBook, a monitor, as well as other things and the software, and this is how much it's going to cost. And you can then go ahead and report on this and do those chargebacks to the different departments or whatever the case may be. So now I go ahead and order now, and I'm sure some of this might look familiar to some of you, because I'm sure that we all probably use Amazon or we use Uber. You get the same type of experience within our applications. So yeah, I can go ahead if maybe I'm working from home and say deliver between 2 and 3 p.m. or I can put any special instructions of whatever I want this to have. And I go ahead and check out. And once I check it out, it will give me a confirmation that yes, my request has been submitted. And this will automatically task IT for them to provision the laptop as per the specification of the new joiner. So, and again, as you can imagine, without this tool, IT has to email different people to say, hey, please send this first you will have to ask the new joiner, what type of laptop do you require? Then they have to send this to IT. Then they need to follow up with IT to make sure that this is done. So all of this, which I've just showed you, now the new joiner can be able to go and track it to see if it has been done, if their laptop is ready for collection, or if it's being delivered, or whatever the case may be. And similarly for the line manager or the hiring manager, or the onboarding officer, it's also they have this, they have a view where they can track all the activities, how far they are, what's the status, what's the progress. And the system, as I've mentioned, it will have a due date where it will send you a notification to say, hey, this is almost expiring and you need to complete it as soon as possible. One last, there's also more tasks or activities that the new joiner needs to complete, but due to time, I will just take the last one and show you the last one of how I'll be able to sign an NDA. So imagine today they've sent me an NDA, I'm sitting at home, I don't have a printer, and so forth. And now I'm able to, through my mobile phone, I'm able to read the entire NDA, non-disclosure agreement. And if I have any questions through the mobile phone, I can go ahead to the updates and add a comment and say, what does clause 3.1 mean, for example? And what this will do is it will send an email notification to the onboarding officer that's working on this ticket, that's helping me to onboard to join the company. It will send them an email notification, and once they see this email notification, they will go to the system through their mobile phone, through the portal which I've mentioned, and through the agent workspace, which I'll show you in a moment as well. They will be able to come back and respond. Once they respond back, I'll get an update and say, okay, then I'm happy with that, and I can go ahead and sign this non-disclosure agreement because all my queries have been addressed, and I go ahead and put my $1 million signature there and sign this, and I go ahead and submit. Nice and easy. I didn't have to print out. I didn't have to fill in the form. I didn't have to scan it, attach it back and email it, or go to an internet cafe or whatever the case may be. I'm able to do everything through my mobile phone. So that's the mobile experience that the new joiner has. The same experience that I'm showing you now, it's also available through the portal, which I'm going to show you next. And it's also available for the onboarding officer, as I've mentioned, or the hiring manager that is on helping this new joiner to onboard. So now I'm going to actually go into, I'm still persona number 1. I'm now going to go into the portal, which is actually the Employee Service Center, which we also call it the employee or the HR portal. And this, again, answers those questions, or it takes away those silos and complexities which I spoke about, to say, if I have an HR issue, if I have an IT issue or whatever issue, where do I go? And this becomes your single doorway of raising all HR queries or requests, complaints, suggestions, or whatever the case may be. And this, as you can see, it can be personalized to give to have the look and feel of your organization. We can brand it to look like your website. This is one for Quintica, which is ours internally. And obviously, this will definitely be a game changer for your employees, because here they are able to, as you can see, there's a nice to easy search bar there. I'm sure all of us use Google today, where you can go ahead and search for anything. So if I go and type leave, let's say I have a leave inquiry. As you can see, the system will give me a list of frequently asked questions. It will give me a list of different policies that I need to read. And this is very powerful because it can be integrated to your core HR systems, or which has the policies and procedures, or whatever the case may be. It will read my previous cases to say, oh, do I want to ask a question about the leave inquiry which I've raised in the past? So it's very powerful. And obviously, the more you type, the more specific you make it, the lesser the results that you get. So this, again, is just intended to help the employees find what they need with ease. Some of the key highlights which I can show you here is, on this portal, I'm able to read about employee wellness. I can refer a friend if I feel that maybe there's a job that's out there that I want to refer to, or whatever the case may be. The catalog of services, I'll show you this just in a moment. I can see the upcoming events within my organization. I can see the frequently asked questions. I can see any COVID-19 updates, any surveys that I need to complete, because which I'll show you in a moment as well. I can see any of the videos which the organization want, or which HR want me to be involved, or to be informed about. And again, here I'm able to see my team, who's my manager, who are my reportees. And similarly, as I said, this solution does not replace your core HR solution. However, it complements it. So here, we can have deep links to those supporting services, or those core HR services. However, we are making this the core, the single place for them to find any information. Very powerful. You can also communicate things like announcements. If maybe there's a new HR policy which you want to make your employees to be aware of. And this is a good thing, because at the end of the day, I mean, the more information and the more relevant, the more up to date you keep it, the more engaged your employees are, because they know that every time they come to this portal, they will find what they are looking for. So far in this demo, I've showcased the mobile experience, and I'm now showcasing the portal. Everything that I was able to do from my mobile, I'm also able to do here. There's also another omni-channel engagement that I want to introduce you to, which is the chatbot. The chatbot obviously is very powerful because it helps to answer common queries, and it enhances the employee experiences by addressing those queries immediately without human intervention. And those are some of the things where you don't now have to worry about who do I call, who do I contact, and so forth. So now jumping into catalog of services, just to show you what are some of the HR services that we provide. And basically, this is the HR catalog. You can look at this as a menu at a restaurant. When you go there, they give you a menu on what you can order, starters, main course, whatever the case may be. And similarly, within HR, these are the services which we provide within HR. And all of this is purely configurable. So if there's some services which you are not seeing here, do not worry, because we can configure it as per your requirements. If I have issues about salary, I've got issues about my leave, about my benefits, my attendance, administration, I've got issue about HR system, maybe my access is not working. And also similarly, I want to request for a particular report. If I'm a manager, what are the services which I can request for my employees? And the new hire onboarding, this is the one that we've just completed with the onboarding. So if I have a new joiner, someone coming on board, I can initiate a new hire onboarding request, and that will shoot the different requests or services to the different departments. And similarly, I can ask for more services. So this is kind of how the portal looks like and how you can request for service. And let me just raise one. In fact, it's very simple. I can go under my leave. Let's say maybe I want to raise a leave request. It's as simple as it opens what we call a smart form or a dynamic form, which is purely configurable. We can configure it based on your requirements for employees to provide their request. So here they will go ahead and say, do they have an inquiry, or they want to do a leave application? If I select leave application, it will ask me when is the first day of leave that I want to take. It will be there. And again, for how long do I want to take this leave, and which type of leave do I want to take? And here I can go ahead and say I want to take special leave for paternity. So here I go and say paternity leave. And again, the system will give me some, to ask me to say, have you read the leave policy? Have you looked at if you qualify? Because certain things, if you have an inquiry, you might be wanting to raise something that already there's a frequently asked questions for it, or there's already a policy that's addressing that question. Leave request to take care of my newborn. And I go ahead, as simple as that. You can see that I go ahead and submit this. And when I submit it, through the powerful workflows which the system has, this will automatically be routed to the HR specialist who handles leave requests. So now, instead of now me worrying about where to go, now the system is doing and taking away all this complexity for me. And again, maybe if I may add to this leave application, which I have just done, you might ask, okay, I'm already doing leave applications on our ERP system. And again, as I said, we make this solution to complement what you have today. So what will happen in the back end, you'll integrate with your core HR application and submit that leave application. In the background, you can send it to approvals, whether you are doing approvals in your core application or you want to do it here, you can do it anyhow you want to do it. And this obviously, because it's a leave application, it will go for approval by my line manager, and they can go ahead and approve it through their mobile phone. They can approve it through the portal which you are seeing. They can approve it through email. When you receive an email notification, you can simply reply to it and say, approved or rejected, and that will come back and update back on the system. So this again enables you to work from anywhere, to be able to approve while you're on the go, to be able to raise issues while you're on the go, and for you to be able to work anywhere you are without having to worry about anything. So this is kind of a quick snapshot of how the of how the portal looks like, I am now going to jump to the third persona, which is the HR agent, and show you how the HR agent will be able to work on these issues that have been raised. So now I've switched my screen and I'm now logged in as Harry Taylor. Harry Taylor is actually an HR specialist. He's actually an onboarding specialist. And at this point in time, I actually want to take you back to the onboarding request which Nick has raised. So here I'm presented with what we call Agent Workspace. Agent Workspace is basically a place, a go-to place for the agents, for them to see what they are working on. And as you can see here, it shows them, because I mentioned that this tool has got powerful service level agreements, where it says that now that when the issues are being raised by the employees, we are able to measure how quickly are we responding to these issues. We are now able to measure how quickly are we resolving these issues. And obviously the system has got built-in functionality where it does escalations. If we say we'll solve it in 2 days, if there's 1 day that has passed and it has not been completed, it will send a notification. At 75%, it will send another one and notify maybe based on your escalation matrix. It will go to the manager, the supervisor, the team leader, or whatever the case may be. And finally, when it reaches the 100%, it will then show that you have breached that SLA. And obviously, this will help you to measure your service, how well you are doing, as well as see what your team is working on as well. So here, as you can see, tickets, I've got 45 cases which are about to breach the SLAs. So again, it tells me that I need to work on this as soon as possible. It also tells me that I've got 12 high priority cases, and in total I've got 55 cases. And this is kind of a snapshot of all my cases. I can click on any one of them and I start working on it. And here it's a quick dashboard that basically shows me, let's go back, quick dashboard which basically shows me the cases based on the HR functions department or whatever the case may be. I've got 4 leave requests, I've got 2 beneficiaries which I need to add, 2 direct deposit requests, and so forth. And very importantly, the system has what we call for managers, supervisors, team leads, I'm able to see how my team is performing. So far, I'm able to see that they are able to, there's 201 tickets which are about to breach. Obviously, as a manager, I will be a bit concerned I'll be worried why why I'm breaching so much ticket. And at this point in time, I'm able to work with my team, find out from them, check if they are well, and see what support they need for them to be able to bring this number down. Priority cases, number of teams, open cases, unassigned tells me that my team is not picking up cases, and this can mean that either they are overwhelmed, they've got too much work, or they have no capacity, and this as a manager or supervisor will help me to prioritize my team accordingly. Announcement is very important. I've already touched on it to say that obviously the more you keep it up to date, the better it is for keeping your employees engaged. Quick links to some of the services or systems which you require, and similarly, this is the quick links so that you use this platform as your go-to place. So I'll just quickly, in a nutshell, before I show you the last persona, I will open this onboarding request for Nick Newman. And here we are taking it as Harry Taylor is the onboarding officer that is helping Nick to settle in and to coordinate all the activities to make sure that everything is done on time prior to day one ready, in preparation of day one ready. So if, and similarly, this form is actually the case management form where all HR agents will do their work. This is actually where the magic happens. So here I can see that Maria Davis is the hiring manager. Nick is the new joiner that's joining. And I can see that it's Harry who's assigned to the ticket. Here I'm able to see that I've got a full 360 degrees view of the employee that I'm onboarding. I can see their mobile number, their email address, which department they are joining. And here, based on the SLAs, it's telling me that I've got 30 days remaining for me to make sure that all activities are done on time. So here, very importantly, if you see here, you are able to see that this is what we call a playbook of where all the activities for the new joiner are happening. So I can see that the pre-hire activities have already all been done. 3 of 3 have been done. In preparing for day one, there's 3 activities which have been done. There's still 12 more which have not yet been done. I can see that, Nick has already signed the NDA, has uploaded the photo, And obviously, if I open this, I can be able to download that NDA and be able to verify that indeed Nick did sign the NDA, so that for me to proceed with other activities. And obviously, once they sign, I will be able to get an email notification that they have signed. And as you can see here, it has been signed through the mobile app, and it has pushed through all the way to the agent workspace. So these are all the activities that still need to be done as we onboard this new joiner. There's still a couple of things that needs to happen. Filling out the bio, IT software setup still needs to happen, joining of, and obviously I can click on any one of this to see where they are stuck. So if I need to follow up to see that things are not happening, I can always come here and see who is it with and where is it being stuck. So that's pretty much, there's also a whole lot of other things, which obviously I will not cover due to time. And now I want to show you the last persona, which is the hiring manager, or it could be the HR manager, it could be the HR team leader, it could be the HR executive. What dashboards and reports do they see? So as you can see here, this is what we call an HR manager dashboard, and this is what we call a performance analytics dashboard. What that means is I can basically play around with this. I can see the trends, I can see set up thresholds, I can set up targets, I can set up improvement plans if I see that the target is not meeting my expectation. So here, obviously, I'm able to see how my HR function is performing. So here, as you can see, it's telling me that I take 1.06 days for me to close my cases, which is actually a very good number. And also here, I can see, oh, I actually have a backlog, and I need to work to clearing that backlog. This is one of the dashboards that you see. I will jump to the next dashboard. And in this dashboard also, I'm able to measure my employee experience. And here I'm able to see that, oh, I've got 81 out of 100, which is actually minus 0.4% lower than what I had previously. So which means, or rather, in fact, it's exceeding my target of 80. So I'm 1.3% above my target, which is very good. How am I doing in employee NPS or employee satisfaction? And the employee satisfaction, the way it's calculated, I didn't show you this. It's calculated on, if I switch back quickly, when my case or my request is completed, I will receive a survey. This is the survey. I've just gone back quickly as an employee. I go in and complete a survey. So once my case is completed or my onboarding experience has been completed, I will then receive a survey to say, am I satisfied with the service which I've received from the onboarding officer or from the HR agent who handled my case, or whatever the case may be. And I'll go ahead and say very happy. And this is what obviously will go and be reported on. And as simple as that, I've submitted my response. I'll be able to measure my customer satisfaction within my HR division, which you can drill down to any department to see who are my high performing departments, who are not high performing, what do I need to do to improve the service, and driving that continual service improvement. So, and that's where that NPS or customer service satisfaction comes from. And similarly, employee retention is a critical KPI because, you know, we train the employees and we want to make sure that we retain them. And the system is telling us that we're at 95%, which is a very good number. And similarly, these are some of the breakdown of the KPIs, average time, where this 81 comes from, how I'm doing on employee satisfaction, percentage of employees and in using the portal, and so forth and so forth. And as I've mentioned, I can click on this to drill down. I can see the different data, underlying data, and I can make informed decisions. And I can also break this down by HR service, group, agent, priority, and be able to know what is happening and set up my targets, as I've mentioned, to be able to improve the service. And that, in a nutshell, is a quick demo of the HR Service Delivery application. I know that I was moving very quickly and very fast. At this point in time, Rania, I just want to check if there are any questions on the chat that we need to address before we close the call. We've got 5 minutes left.
Yes. Thank you so much, Hala. It's a very rich presentation. And I see the system is very, very comprehensive. And you really covered almost all HR services. Let's see questions. Ankit says, now mobile app should be configured as onboarding app is deprecated. Do you mean the use of mobile apps is deprecated as for onboarding? I'm not sure. I think I don't agree. It's not deprecated.
Yeah, I'm also not sure I understand the question. Ankit, I don't know if you can clarify that on the chat.
Yes, you please clarify this. Can you explain other HR capabilities like document management, employee relations, journey management, etc.? I think you showed that in team activities like team. I saw something like team outing, something like that in events, scheduled events, right?
Correct. Yes. So I mean to answer the question, document management, yes, we have it. However, it's, you see, there's a fine print there. It's licensed separately. Employee relations is also, we do have applications. I'll actually do have, if I move on, yeah. So today in this demo, I only showed you kind of the onboarding. There's also some pre-configured workflows for other HR services. Employee relations is one of them, and other pre-configured, which will help you to be, up and running quite quickly. Promotions, transfers, parental leaves, return to workplace, tax time, knowledge content, and a whole lot of other things which are already pre-built for you to help you to be up and running quite quickly. So long story short, or to answer the question quickly, employee document management is available, as well as the employee relations. There are some pre-packaged applications which will help you to be up and running quite quickly.
Okay.
And I mean, just to put money where our mouth is, this solution, we've implemented it for a lot of customers within the Middle East. There is one customer where we've implemented, it's being used by more than 45,000 employees across different companies. So we've seen they were facing the same challenges where there were silos and so forth. And we have provided them with that single doorway. And these are some of the success stories which we have within ServiceNow, where, one of the organizations was able to accelerate their business transformation by 254%, and have seen their ROI by 7 over 3 years. Also 50% case deflection with mobile first experience, which I showcase, as well as 4,400 hours have been saved per year by streamlining this cross-departmental processes, which is onboarding is one of them, which I showcase. And similarly, 40,000 of reservations have been made in just 2 months in managing a safe and efficient workspace. So it's not only us that have the good things to say about this, but we also have customers that have good things to say. Before I present my closing slide, Rania, is there any other question?
Yes, back to the point of mobile onboarding. Ankit says onboarding mobile app is deprecated in Rome in Italy. You mean Italy? Maybe, I'm not sure. We need to check this, I think. If mobile onboarding is deprecated somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, let me check this, Ankit. I'll get back to you. Okay.
Okay.
We will. Yeah. Thank you.
Do you have any resources of this? You can see. I think on the ServiceNow website you can see the documentations, and you can see demo also available on ServiceNow website for more information. If you need more information.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
What kind of use cases you are hearing from clients on HRSD? I think we have just showed some examples of client success stories. Do you want to elaborate more on this, Lai?
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, some of the use cases, what we've seen with maybe some core HR applications, right? You are able to raise a leave request, for example, right? Where you say, I want to go on leave from this date to this date. However, in between, when there are interactions, the solutions are not able to manage the interactions in between. And this is where our solutions add a lot of value, because as you can see, how you can interact with the mobile, how you can interact with the portal, how you can raise, how easy it was for me to raise a question about the NDA when I was using the mobile app. So this omnichannel engagement is something that some of the core HR applications might not be able to do, and which is where we add a lot of value, and that's how we complement it. And hence we say we don't replace it, however we complement it.
Okay.
And I mean, to add to that is the one I've mentioned, where you don't know where to go. You go to different systems for different things. So, and here you are able to have that single doorway of people coming to raise their request or inquiries. I hope that answers the question.
Okay.
Obviously, I can share more use cases. It's all available on the ServiceNow website. Ranita, what I'll do is I'll share all the materials or references where they can find all this information. They can ask for a demo. They can see all the materials. It's all publicly available on the ServiceNow website.
Yes, you can provide the link for that in the description of the video.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
And I mean, if there's no other questions, I mean, from my side, I just want to thank everyone for their time. And this slide deck is the call to action to say that at Quintica, we do provide human resource consulting as well as advisory service. So whether you are looking for strategic HR service consulting, you want to transform and position your HR, we are here for you. Whether you want to implement an HR service delivery solution, or whether you want to outsource your HR services, and we are here to help and to support. And with that said, Rania, I just want to thank you for being the host. Thank you.
Thank you,
thank our ServiceNow friends, as well as thank the Quintica team at large and everyone who attended this webinar. And back to you, Rania. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the webinar today. And I hope you refer also to previous webinars. You will find all recordings on the YouTube channel. And we will be invited for future webinars as well. So we hope to join us in the future webinars. See you again, and thank you for today.
Thank you, and enjoy your day further. Bye-bye.